Major Nadal Hasan started his defense in what could be a very long murder trial at Fort Hood by declaring flat out, quote, "I am the shooter." Brandon Todd has been tweeting the proceedings from Fort Hood all day, and Brandon, really an overwhelming amount of evidence against Hasan, and now this admission, I did it.
Well, exactly, and he's not sort of making any bones about that at all. Prosecutors, of course, starting today, giving a detailed, a very graphic account of these shootings, including talking about accounts from victims who were shot while trying to stop Hasan, and from those who were stories about all these different other victims. One of the women who was shot and killed was begging for her life.
Major Nadal Hasan listened calmly as the prosecutor told the jury panel how he stood up in a crowded room here at Fort Hood in November of 2009, yelled Allahu Akbar, and then began to systematically shoot at only uniformed soldiers. When it was over, there were 146 spent cartridges and 6 empty magazines on the floor. 13 people were dead. Prosecutors said one female soldier was shot in the back. Another pleaded for the life of her unborn child right before Hasan shot her to death. There was also one civilian killed, a man who tried to stop Hasan by rushing at him with a chair.
He is accused of 13 separate capital offenses, specifically the premeditated murder of 12 soldiers and 1 retired soldier, in addition to the wounding of 31 others.
Then Major Hasan got a chance to present his opening statement. It lasted about 2 minutes. He first apologized for mistakes he made in this endeavor, and that this evidence will clearly show he is the shooter. Hasan then said the evidence will show only one side, and that he was on the wrong side. And then Hasan added that he has switched sides. He then closed by saying, "The Mujahideen are imperfect Muslims trying to establish a perfect religion in the land of the Supreme God." Wall Street Journal reporter Nathan Koppel was in the courtroom when Hasan spoke.
He really showed no emotion the whole time, even when he gave his opening argument. He almost had to strain to hear him. It was very calm, soft-spoken almost. Only one time in the whole morning did he cross-examine a witness. He cross-examined a supervisor of his.
Prosecutors called David Cheadle, owner of Guns Galore, a gun store in Killeen where Major Hasan bought the guns he used. During this testimony, a picture of Hasan's gun was shown to the court. Cheadle and another employee testified that Hasan asked for the most technologically advanced handgun that he could buy, one that would hold the most amount of ammunition.
Witnesses further testified that Hasan had been selected to deploy in October of 2009. He also testified that Hasan gave away all of his possessions shortly before the shooting.
Hey, now you heard that part about Hasan talking about choosing up sides. Well, he went on to say that the U.S. wasn't the only one to suffer casualties in this. One of his other comments in his opening statement was that the body count is evidence that war is an ugly thing. The death, destruction, and devastation was on both sides for both friend and foe. So he clearly views himself on the other side, fighting against America in defense of Islam. Prosecutors defining that, saying he is fighting in defense of jihad.